Hi guys, welcome once again to my live session. It's the one and only Tory Teller. So for now um I don't think there's any reason to waste any time. Okay. So those who saw my publicity about today's live session, you know what we're discussing, and those who did not see it but just stumbled upon this video, this is the one and only Tory Teller, and I'll be continuing a conversation that I started last month, my last live streaming, where I discussed my struggles with infidelity. And so, yeah, this is the main one. The last one was just, periphery and sharing just a tip of the iceberg. Right now, we're delving straight into the topic of discussion. First of all, it is if you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Oyinye Ude, aka Tory Teller, and you're welcome to Gist with Tory Teller. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, what are you waiting for? Join this community of amazing people who are here to learn through storytelling, who are here to pick up good counsel, become better in our relationships, because this channel focuses on sharing stories that revolve around love, marriage, dating, relationship, parenting, lifestyle generally. And yes, I'm a child of God, so you'll be seeing some godly content here. So if you are a Christian, you love God's content, you love everything that has to do with God, or you are not a Christian but you like Bible stories and you just want to be a better person, you just want to learn something new, then this is the place for you. So we're not limiting it to only those who are Christians, okay? So as as just come as you are, okay? As far as you want to be better in life, as far as you want to learn something new, and as far as you enjoy storytelling, okay? Because that's the main thing that we do on this channel. So welcome, welcome, welcome. In my last video, I was sharing with you how should I say I struggled with infidelity, because I don't struggle with it again. It's a no-no. I've gotten to the point where I can boldly say that um, I cannot, not by my power anyway, by the grace of God. I see I have one person who is joining. Hey, I forgot my shekere. I forgot my shekere so that I would ring, make a sound for you. So please just drop a comment if you're just joining the live stream so that I could see your name and I could acknowledge you. Okay. So like I was saying, I've gotten to the point where I can boldly, you know, with all confidence, share my struggles and not feel ashamed. I've gotten to the point where I can be vulnerable, and it doesn't make me less of who I am. It doesn't make me lose my worth. It doesn't make me lose my value. And it doesn't make me feel small or feel intimidated or feel you know, I don't know. It's not going to make me lose my self esteem. Okay. So I've gotten to that point in life where I can boldly come out and share my mistakes and share things that I feel that my struggles, my challenges, and basically that's part of the reason why I created this channel, to share my stories, because I'll be turning 40 this year and I have really lived this life. I'm still coming up, 40. We're just life begins at 40, But 40 years experience is what sharing. 40 years experience is what you know letting people in on what you did that didn't work out, so that they too they don't do it. And that is my normal message. That's part of the way I impact in people, to tell them some of the mistakes I've made in life so that they don't have to make those mistakes. Like there's a saying that experience is the best teacher. But one of my brother-in-laws used to say that it's not always good to experience, especially when it is not in the positive way. So it is better to learn from other people's experience. So that's why I'm here, to share my experience so that you can learn from my experience. You can also make adjustments, you can correct yourself, and you can know what you don't need to do, okay, while you are on your journey of life. So yes. So I was reading a chapter from, yeah, this My Imperfect Life. This is my book. This is my first book. I actually have two books out there. And this one says My Imperfect Life. I don't know if you can see it very well. My Imperfect Life. Mistakes that almost ruined my marriage. Yeah. So this year is my 16th year in marriage, and it's been a journey. It's been an amazing journey filled with ups and downs, filled with challenges. I don't think there's any married person that can come out and tell you they've been married for so and so amount of years and it's been all bliss. I don't think so. I'm sure that every married person has had his or her own challenge, has had his or her own struggle. And most times, people just, cover up and come online and act like all is perfect. I have never ever claimed to have a perfect life. My life is not perfect. My marriage is not perfect. My parenting style is not perfect. My journey, nothing is perfect, okay? But the beauty of it is that I am open to taking corrections, to learning from my mistakes, and to, sharing my experiences. I'm open to learning. We learn every day and we get better. The more we learn, the more knowledge we acquire, and the better we become in our lives. It helps us to become better persons in our relationships, in yeah, basically. So this book here is my marriage memoir. Thank you. I see one of my viewer has dropped a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh, sorry. Let Okay, I think I need to. Okay. Um. Oh. Sorry. 1 minute, please. Please, those who are just joining, do well to drop a comment. I'll see you and I'll acknowledge you. So I'm trying to fix my, yeah. So yes, like I was saying, my pen. Like I was saying, I was talking about the content of my book. So where did I stop? I was saying that I've been married for 16 years, and my journey has been, filled with the good, the bad, and the ugly. We've all had that experience. So today I'll be focusing on something that happened in my marriage that really shook my marriage. Yeah, I think I would say it is the major mistake that I made in my marriage. And what we'll be discussing today is my struggle with infidelity. We all know what infidelity is. Do I need to tell you? In my last video, I mentioned that infidelity in marriage is the act of having a romantic or sexual relationship with someone other than your spouse or your partner. It is also called disloyalty. It is one of the reasons so many marriages have failed over the world. If you go online and check the rate at which infidelity has brought about divorce, or the annulment of marriages, see that um, it's very serious. It's very high, especially on this side of the globe. So this is chapter 5 of my book. and the topic says battling infidelity. I know that this chapter will raise a lot of eyebrows, but I need you to hear me out. You must understand that writing about this sensitive aspect of my life took a lot of guts and soul searching because I am aware of how delicate this issue is. However, I am writing this to be heard and more importantly, so that readers may learn from my mistakes. Like I stated earlier, I have gotten to the point in my life where I am not scared, I am not afraid to be vulnerable. I am not afraid to share my mistakes. I see I have one more person who is joining. Thank you so much for joining. Please do well to drop a comment. Let me know if you can hear me. Trying to confirm my volume. Okay. Please let me know if you can hear me, and just drop a comment so I'll know who it is that's joining my live stream. So like I said, I'm not afraid, I'm not ashamed, you know, to share my struggles, to share my challenges, to share my battles, to share some of the things that didn't go right, to share my mistakes. Because I am, one thing that gives me joy is, I was talking to someone a few days ago, somebody I didn't even know that she bought my book. I think maybe she bought it online, from Amazon, because yeah, the book is available on Amazon. I'm going to drop the link in the description box. If you'd like to get a copy, you can always get it on Amazon, or you can DM me, send me a message, or send me a mail, or drop my email address and my social media um, handles in the description box, so that you could send me a DM if you would like to get a copy. And if you do not have an Amazon account, I got you covered. Okay. So, and she was saying that one thing she has learned, that she picked when she read my book, she realized that I shared a lot of sensitive stuff there in my book. But she was very pleased that I had the boldness and the audacity to share such things that normally nobody would want to share, you know, such sensitive experience of theirs. Everybody is very much keen to want people to see them as perfect, to want people to see their life as rosy, like I have everything under control. No, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's just that you must know that you must know who you're being vulnerable with. You know, yeah. So when I wrote this book, before I wrote this book, of course, I got my husband's consent, and I think that's the most important person when it comes to putting out content about my life. If my husband is okay with it, then so be it. So yeah, let me continue. In here I said infidelity, especially in marriage, is a delicate subject. In fact, it is rare to encounter someone who will openly admit that they have been unfaithful to their partner. To make matters worse, the current rate of marital infidelity is both frightening and worrisome, with Nigeria ranked as one of the countries with the highest rate of infidelity. Now, let's talk about types of infidelity, because a lot of people feel that it is only when you go and sleep with a man that, or vice versa, when step out of your relationship, step out of your marriage, and sleep with someone else who is not your partner, that you have, that is when you have committed, that is when you are unfaithful. But there are different types of infidelity. Let me just share a few. The two of them that I highlighted here: the physical infidelity, which is the most prevalent type of marital infidelity. It involves having a physical or sexual relationship with someone who is not your spouse. And the second one is emotional infidelity. A large amount of married people experience this at some point in their lives, but refuse to accept that it is immoral. It's when you have an emotional connection, affair, or you are intimate with someone who is not your spouse. So I have so many people are here online with me. People should drop hi now. People should say hi. Ha. I can see that I have some people here online with me. Just drop a comment now. Say hi, say hello, say something. Let me know that you are there. Okay. I just want to see your beautiful face, see your wonderful name, and know that this is the person who joined my live session. Okay, please drop a comment. Okay, so I was talking about emotional infidelity. Now I think that emotional infidelity is even more rampant than physical infidelity, because yeah, people just see that physical infidelity, yes, you slept with someone and this, that. But there are some people who claim to be moralists, they have a moral standard, but they are online, they are flirting with people, you know, you're spinning somebody that you know that you should not be spinning, or you are accepting a spinning that somebody is spinning you, and you know that this person should not be spinning me. This person is not your partner, but you are entertaining the person. You are enjoying it. You know, you're enjoying the attention. You like all the sweet, sweet words the person is telling you. You like all of that, and you're like, I'm even in Lagos. This person is in so and so place. So we're not in the same place. So I have not cheated. Hello, you have cheated. Yes, you have cheated. Emotional infidelity is infidelity. Okay, that person you are chatting with, that person that you're always, being very intimate with online. Because the truth is, if there was a chance that you and this person were in the same space at the same time with the way the conversation is going, there's a high chance that you are still going to commit. There's a high chance that physical infidelity will take place. Okay. So recent discoveries also reveal other types of infidelity, such as cyber infidelity, object infidelity, financial infidelity, micro cheating, and even a combination infidelity. Yeah. So micro, I'm just laughing at the word micro cheating. You're cheating small, or maybe you feel that your spouse is out of town, your spouse is not available. Let me just go to one dating site and just pin somebody and just flirt with the person. Is still cheating. Is cheating. Okay, I mean cheating. So, according to the scriptures, Jesus Christ made it known in Matthew chapter 5, verse 28, that when a man stares at a woman lustfully, it is equivalent to having sexual intercourse with her. Judging by this measure, I think that the number of infidelities may double in statistics. So, let me bring it home now. If a man stares at a woman lustfully, you know what I mean. Now, let me paint two scenarios. If a man stares at a woman lustfully, what if the woman is not lustfully dressed? If the woman is dressed modestly, if the woman is decently dressed, she's not, dressed provocatively, she's not exposing, any part of her body that is sexual. You know, some people can actually, not even some people. I can actually, like, okay, I'm dressed like this now. My body is not showing. You are not seeing, okay, not now my body is not showing, but you are not seeing any sexual part of my body. You are not seeing any part of my body that is going to, make you feel enticed or something. I'm throwing this question open, okay? So you answer. Go to the comment section and answer. If a man now starts staring at me and starts having lustful desires, he has sinned. He has committed. He has sinned. Let's say he has sinned. Now, have I sinned with him? Is it me and him that sinned this? Is it me and him that sinned the sin, or he sinned the sin alone? Is he gonna carry the sin alone on his head? Because my hands are clean. I didn't do anything. I didn't join him. in his iniquity. I didn't join in the lustful looking. Okay. Yeah. And I understand that if a lady is dressed provocatively, indecently, exposing her body parts that shouldn't be exposed, and a man looks at her lustfully, it's two of them that have do the do. Okay? Yes or no? So drop a comment. Why is nobody dropping comments? What's happening, my people? What is happening? Let's see your comments. Let's see your comments. So yeah, in case you didn't get my question, I said I painted two scenarios. So if a man is looking lustfully at a lady who is not lustfully dressed, she's somebody dressed like me now with all my, my body covered properly, and he's looking at me lustfully. Have I followed him and seen, or have he seen the sin alone? Is he the one in the? But adultery is two. Adultery is two cantango. That's what is actually, just racking my head. So, I think I should even ask this question on my Facebook page. That's one. Secondly, I know. I just want you to confirm if provocatively and a man looks at her lustfully. No, they did not lie down on bed. Oh, they didn't climb bed to do anything. Maybe they didn't even meet each other, meet face to face. She just walking past on the street with her body exposed, and the man is maybe outside in the veranda, in the balcony. Or maybe I'm just joking, and he's looking at her in a lustful manner, in a way that is not pleasing God. I know that two of them, they have marked them bad for sin, Abby. Good. But this other lady that dressed like me now, me as me are, as I dress like this and cover myself, and you now be looking at me in a lustful way. Have I followed you to sin, or have you seen your sin alone? Now back to what I was reading. During the conversation I had with one of my male friends, I told him that I've had more advances from the opposite sex as a married woman than when I was single. When I thought about it, I realized that I'd been married for most of my youthful life, and that probably was the reason. Without intending to brag, okay, let me pause here. So, yeah, I was just thinking about this, once again. Like I said earlier, I'll be turning 40. I'll be turning 40, 40. I'll be climbing the fourth floor this year in the next 2 months. It's not up to 2 months again. Precisely on the 2nd of May, I'll be turning 40. And my point is, I have been married for most of my adult life. hmm This is my 16th year in marriage. And when is adulthood? Adulthood starts at, is it 21? So adulthood starts at 21. I got married at 24. So um, from 21 to 40, if we calculate it, is about 19 years. So 19 years of my adulthood. I've spent 16 of it in marriage. So I think that's why I think that's why actually why this phrase hit me, you know. I've been married for most of my adult life. Okay, let's go. Let's get to the main cocoa. I think I have I've mentioned some of this before. So let me go straight to when I met the person that I met that's making me make all this, you know, share all of this. So, um, at that point in time, what year was this? I think it was my 11th year in marriage. I think it was my 11th year in marriage or so. I can't remember. So my husband and I had a misunderstanding, and it just happened that we were now too proud, to acknowledge um, each other's faults. I was seeing it that he was the wrong person, and he was seeing it that I am the wrong person, and we both felt right in each other's eyes. We felt. I was like, he's at fault. He should apologize, and he too was feeling I am at fault, and I should apologize. And before you know anything, this issue lingered and lingered and lingered. And so I want to actually point out here that if you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you're dating, if you are in a relationship, whether marriage or dating or courtship, do not allow the sun to go down on your anger, just like the Bible says. Do not stay angry with your partner. I cannot guarantee you that you people will not have disagreements, that you will not have misunderstandings, okay? But it is important for you to be able to resolve whatever issue, you know, comes up, especially before you go to bed, before you shut down for the day, especially if you're married. Don't stay angry with your partner till the next day. Make sure that you resolve whatever issue it is, whatsoever. Make sure that you resolve it before you go to bed. Don't sleep angry. Don't. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart with all sincerity, because there was a time in my marriage when we would have an argument and we won't talk. I say we won't talk. When I say we won't talk, we'll be staying in the same house. So I'll be seeing him every day. He'll be seeing me every day. I'll cook. He will eat. He will go and drop me when I'm going to work. Yes, he will go and drop me. But we are quarreling. That particular issue, we will not resolve it. Maybe I want to go to market, I want to go shopping, I want to cook. Send a message, you transfer the money. I'll go to market, I'll cook, I'll finish cooking. I'll tell my daughter to serve her father food. And we will come back. Most times, we will not lie on the same bed. Maybe he'll sleep in the sitting room, or me, I'll go and stay with the kids. Just like that. I'll wake up in the morning, I'll still greet him. Good morning. He'll say good morning. But that thing is still there biting me. It's still there biting him. And we missed out on lovable moments. We missed out on moments that we could have shared, communicated, made amends, and apologized. We missed out on all those things because we were carrying grudge. So when our brain finally formatted, we realized that this was the wrongest thing. This was the wrongest thing that we ever did. So this time I'm talking about, I think I was now also feeling that he should come and apologize to me, and he too was feeling I should come and apologize to him. So let me take you to the main part, why we are here, why we are where we are. So that day started like any other day until I went online. I checked my WhatsApp messages and responded to unread messages, shared of laughs here and there with friends and family members. This set of people keep me engaged daily. I consider myself to be a full-time extrovert, and I truly enjoy people's company. I guess that's why I find it difficult to stay alone sometimes. So on this fateful day, are you following? A message dropped from an unsaved number. The treasure I never had. The text, the message was followed by a sad emoji face. A sad emoji. I opened the message and found out that the sender had commented on had commented on a picture I had posted. Interesting. When I tried to check out the number on Truecaller, I realized it was my friend, name undisclosed. I'll call him Buddha. Let me call him Buddha. I responded to Buddha's message like I didn't know who it was, and a conversation followed. Truecaller had shown me it was Buddha, but I didn't have his number saved, and I didn't want to. I just wanted to act like I didn't know who it was. I just wanted him to reintroduce himself. Hi, who is this, please? And then he responded, You don't even have my number. You don't even have my number. Ah, my heart has been broken. My heart has been shattered into bits. This statement was accompanied by a crying emoji. I found this dramatic performance amusing and I chuckled since I was certain I had never broken anyone's heart. We were just buddies for the entire time I worked with Buddha. He, he never showed any feelings for me and never told me he liked me. You could call it one of my superpowers or a sensitive, discerning spirit since I can tell when a guy likes, admires, or is drawn to me. Yeah, I know that. I'm a fine, I'm a fine girl. I'm a fine girl. I'm a beautiful woman. Okay. So I know when a guy likes me, when a guy is looking at me in admiration, just admiration, I know. When a guy is looking at me and there's more to it, I can sense it. Leave it for me. It's my superpower. Okay. Buddha and I had been friends for a long time and had done a few successful business deals together. After I left the company where we worked, our relationship drifted apart and the friendship gradually faded with me losing his contact after I changed my phone. I guess he didn't want to contact me because I was married and there was no tangible reason as to why he should. You are laughing. Then he responded, he dropped another message. You are even laughing. That's so unfair. You break a man's heart and make fun of his emotions. Then he sent more crying emojis this time. I replied, if only I knew who I was chatting with, maybe I would reply differently. Then he said, is Buddha from Oasis, Nigeria? I said, oh wow, hi Buddha, good to hear from you. How are you doing? He replied, I'm alright. I don't know if I should ask you the same question, but from the picture I saw you post, I believe you're doing great. Then I said, you think so? Well, I can't deny it though. Then he said, you look more beautiful now than the last time I saw you. Trust me now. And I said, oh, please don't flatter an old woman. Then he said, who is the old woman? Is it because you got married early? You are still very young, good looking, fresh, and all. Then I replied, thanks for the compliments. And what? I asked. Then he said, any man would die to have you by his side. Then he added a shy emoji. I replied, interesting. I will take that as a compliment. Thank you. Then he said, I'm not kidding. Your husband is the luckiest man on earth. Now, this comment struck me differently because I was being admired by another man, while the one I was desperately seeking his attention wasn't looking in my direction. What a paradox. So I responded, I wish he was aware. There was no response, and within the next 2 minutes, my phone rang. It was Buddha. We talked for a long time, catching up on everything that had happened in our lives, our families, jobs, enterprises, and so on. Throughout our conversation, he did more listening than talking, and he tried to cheer me up and encourage me where he thought necessary. Indeed, I enjoyed talking to him. When he asked me if all was well at home, I was reluctant to respond. I knew that I didn't have to tell him about the issue I was having with my husband, so I responded in the affirmative. The conversation was long but highly soothing. I assured him that I would save his number and that I would stay in touch. That was the beginning of the many other calls that lasted anywhere from 30 minutes to 1 hour. My life began to take a different path from that point forward. So, I think I'll continue my story with Buddha. Buddha, 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 Buddha. So, if you want to get the main cocoa, the main details, you have to buy my book. But let me just give you, let me whet your appetite a little. So this guy, um, I said I didn't want to mention to him that I was having issues with my husband because, truth be told, the moment as a lady you tell a guy who is admiring you that you're having issues with your husband, forget it. It's all over. It's all over. He will take that opportunity to shoot his shot. He will want to, choke himself in the middle of you and your husband. And this goes vice versa. The moment a guy is having issues with his wife and he has a female friend and he goes to tell that, excuse me, and he mentions it to that female friend who likes him or who he has been admiring, my wife and I are having a fight. That's the beginning of the end of their marriage. I'm not joking with you. So I saw a lady who was sharing her experience. I can't remember. I think she posted it on Twitter or so, but I saw it on Facebook. Somebody reposted it on Facebook. So she said she met this guy, and the guy had they had become, how did she meet the guy? I shall know that she relocated because it wasn't in Nigeria. So the guy was kind of like a family friend. The guy had become like a big brother to her. So she knew him, she knew his family. He was a married man, he had children. So the guy, oh, so, sorry. I'm trying to. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I just saw a message that I shouldn't have looked at that message. Oh, okay. Okay. So, okay. Sorry, I just saw a message from a friend and it wasn't a pleasant one. Apologies. So, okay. I was talking about the lady who met this guy and they were friendly and all of that. So the guy became like a big brother to her. The guy, I can't remember if they worked in the same place or they walked close by. So they lived close by. So he usually picks her in the morning, drops her off at work. In the evenings too, he'll pick her up, drop her off at home. And yeah, back and forth, so they had kind of a cordial relationship. And she also knew the man's wife. And so it was not like it was a hidden thing. They had become more like family friends. So this went on for weeks and months until one day I can't remember how this started. She said the guy got her something and can't remember exactly whether it was a wig or so. And so she wanted to confirm that he actually bought for his wife so that it doesn't look like you are buying something nice for me and you didn't give madam. And he said yes. And then one day in the midst of conversation, the guy mentioned how his wife had been misbehaving and all of that. She said she only listened to the conversation, and when he finished talking, she just told him, take it easy, calm down, whatever it is. I think you should just calm down, make time, and have a conversation with your wife. Okay, this is something you can resolve. So the guy was kind of expecting her to maybe join him, as in take sides with him, and start condemning whatever it was that his wife did. But she said she was very conscious. The girl happens to be a child of God, and she said she was very alert that it was the devil who was trying to sow this seed and bring um problems in that marriage. And if she had not been spiritually alert to notice that, no, I shouldn't be having this conversation with this man in this way, she would have, gradually. Let me just paint this scenario how it happens. He comes and start telling you, do you know my wife has even stopped cooking for me and all of that. And you're like, why now? This, that. See, she keeps giving excuses. Anyway, I'll be eating out. And then when he wants to go and eat out, he invites you, you join him and eat out. Then one day he will just, randomly, and one day you say, I'm not going to eat out, or I cooked spaghetti. I'm just giving an example. You'll be like, I cook spaghetti. You'll be like, you'd not even invite me to come and eat. Before you know anything, he will come to your house and be eating. It's like that. It's small, small. It's small, small. No, it doesn't just happen and you people fall on the bed and commit adultery. It's small, small. It's a gradual process. From coming to your house to eat spaghetti to after work, he won't want to go home. He'll tell you, my wife is annoying me. I beg, I don't even have her time. I don't want her energy. This, that. He will come and stay in your place. Before you know anything, you will play game. You will start spending time together that should not be. You start spending time with another person's partner. Do you not wonder what about the person? What about the person's partner? What's up? Why am I in the middle of two people, husband and wife quarrel? Why am I in the middle? Before you know anything, he'll start telling you, and then you now start taking his side. So you'll be like, don't mind that your wife and blah 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 blah. It's gradually. So in this my case now, the moment I start telling him how my husband is being this, my husband is being that, instead of going to say, talk to my husband to, let's look at this situation that has brought us to this point where we are gradually building a wall between us. I am supposed to talk to my partner and not talk about my partner to someone else. Okay? I hope you understand the point I'm trying to make. Please, the person that is online or the people that are online, please drop a comment so that I will know that you are there. Okay. So one random day, I received a message via WhatsApp, and it was from Buddha. It said, "Hi, beautiful. I hope life has been kind to you. Been a while, and I thought I should say hi." And then it dropped a winking emoji. I didn't waste time. I just replied, "Hey, you. Life has been mean to me. I hope she has been kind to you anyway. Thanks for checking up on me." And I dropped a sad emoji. He replied, "So sorry, dear. How's your family? I hope all is well. Can I call?" Then I responded, "Everyone is fine. I can't talk now. Maybe later. Take care." Then he said, "Please take care. Give me a buzz when you can talk, and I'll call you." I was beside myself with excitement when Buddha reached out to me. It felt like cold water poured down my parched throat. I knew that I was treading the wrong path, but at this point I didn't care. Previously, I had shared how my husband and I were gradually losing of companionship. We had become so engrossed to our phone When I want to take calls, I'll excuse and take my calls. When he wants to take calls, he'll excuse, he'll take his calls. We had passwords on our phones, and we were just disconnecting ourselves from the relationship itself. My neighbor is turning on his chair at this moment. I hope it's not going to disturb my sound. So yeah. So, and also because of this grudge I was carrying in my heart, my spiritual life had begun to dwindle. My prayer life had begun to drop because I felt that God was no longer on my side, because I was expecting that God was going to come and fix my marriage. Meanwhile, I was there alive and kicking, and I couldn't take the bull by the horn to fix my marriage, to go to my husband and say, babe, look at this thing. This is what has been biting me. This is what I did not like. This is what I think we should and shouldn't have done. What do you think? And I'll get his opinion, and then we'll talk about it and trash it. I was expecting God to come down from heaven and come and fix my marriage. And when God did not come down from heaven to fix my marriage, I started beefing God. Okay, it was like I wasn't really prayerful like I should. And of course, because I was not prayerful, I wasn't spiritually alert, the devil was creeping in, and he was now bringing this Buddha guy, to step in and bring chaos. My life was miserable enough, and anything that could spice it up a little would make me the happiest person in the world. I was ready to throw caution to the wind. That was how I felt at that time. A few days later, I remembered my unfinished conversation with my newfound crush and decided to give him a buzz. I hope you can still hear me. Please forgive the noise. Forgive the noise that is coming from the generator. Please forgive the noise. I hope you can still hear me. Please, if you can still hear me, just let me know. Okay? Please just say something. Let me know. I see some people are online. Just drop a comment so I would know that you can still hear me. So I decided to drop a message for my newfound crush. And then I wrote, "Hello there. Thanks for checking up on me the other day. It meant the world to me that someone in this miserable world still cares about me." Then I dropped a smiling and a sad emoji. It didn't take long before he replied. He asked, "Call?" And I said, "Yes." In the twinkle of an eye, my phone rang. It was Buddha. "Hello," I said immediately I picked up the call. "Baby, are you okay? Can you talk? Are you alone?" My head was already spinning at the thought of being called baby. It had been a while. I was not going to correct him. Rather, I would enjoy it while it lasted. Somebody that is not your husband, somebody that is not your wife, somebody that is not your spouse, your partner, is calling you baby, and you're feeling good, you like it. The devil is drumming for you and you are dancing. "Yeah, I'm alright. Before you start panicking, I'm safe." Then he said, "Okay, thank God. I almost died of worry when you sounded that way. How are the kids and hobby?" I replied, "They are finer than me. How are you? How's work and your truckload of girlfriends?" I asked, rolling my eyes at no particular person. You know that, "How are your girlfriends?" Yeah, that's what I did. And then he replied, he said, "Hey, hold on there. I'm good, work is fine, and I do not have one single girlfriend. So your accusation is false. By the way, why aren't you finer than your family? Why is everyone finer than you? Is there a problem?" Then I said, "Not really." He said, "That doesn't answer the question. Are you sure you are fine?" Then I said, "I was just kidding. I'm fine anyway, just stressed from work and home, trying to find a balance." Then he said, "Oh dear, I'm so sorry about that. How can I help?" I laughed. Then I said, There's nothing you can do. I'll be fine eventually. I lied. I was not fine, and I was sure I wouldn't be fine any moment soon. A teardrop escaped my eyes at that moment. Then he said, "Okay, I hope so. Tell Oga to take care of you. Ask for a good massage, it will help you relax," he said and chuckled. Then I said, if I hear that one that does not even send me. He was like, "Now I believe something is wrong. Baby, please talk to me now. What's going on?" His tone was laced with concern. It took me a minute to put myself together and respond. I was sure that my silence was not helping me or my marriage. I was done with that. Maybe if I just opened up to someone, I would find a solution. The solution was with me, yet I was looking for it outside. The solution was to go to my husband and have that conversation with him, but I preferred to look outside. I tearfully narrated my ordeal to him. One thing I noticed was that he was silent all through the time. I poured out my heart and gave I poured out my heart and he gave me full attention till I was done. He wasn't even in a hurry to end the call. When I began sobbing in the middle of the conversation, he consoled me and assured me that everything will be all right. He pointed out where he believed that I erred, and I advised that I make another attempt to apologize. But I was done with that. I was ready to live with the title of being the bad wife who hit her husband, as long as I didn't kill someone. So, backstory, you would need to read my book too. Finally, you still need to read my book. So we're talking about, the infidelity thing. Yeah. A few days after my conversation with Buddha, he sent a message requesting my account number so he could send me some money to take myself out and have a good time. It was indeed a pleasant surprise. From then on, I woke every morning to a pleasant message and prayers for a lovely day ahead. Once again, it felt good to be thought fondly of and cared for by someone. It didn't take long, and I started anticipating his messages and calls because they had somehow become energy boosters and daily inspiration. Sometimes, after work, he would send a cab to come pick me from work and take me home so that I don't have to go through the hassle of Lagos traffic. While in the cab, we would talk at length till I was close to home. Because he didn't reside in the same city as me, we could not see face to face, so video calls helped sustain the relationship. So, so that was how Buddha came into my life, and yeah, like I said, we didn't reside in the same state, so it was mostly calls. It was mostly calls. Okay, let me finish this part before I say what I want to say. Since he had always liked me and didn't hesitate to show it in words and in deeds, it wasn't difficult to start falling for him. Yes, I even felt offended if he took more than 24 hours to call or send me a message. We had gotten that close. This was in the space of mm, months. It wasn't weeks, it was space of months, you know. My husband soon became concerned, or rather suspicious, of my newly found happiness. He approached me and advised me and accused me of having an affair, which I denied because clearly I was not cheating. We even had a fallout during the conversation, but I didn't care how he felt about it. I was elated that he was jealous because another person was making me happy. This new experience had been enjoyable for me, and I was not about to give it up. Buddha didn't mind that I was married. In fact, he cared about my children, which made me love him even more. I'd had enough of my monotonous marriage and decided to end it all. I'm gonna stop here for now. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here. So, this my friend Buddha. Um, okay. Do I feel embarrassed sharing this? No, no, I don't. Mm, I think I feel vulnerable. I'm not really shy, because if I was shy, I wouldn't even be doing a live session, talking about this. So, I just want to share a little detail. Maybe in the next, we're almost an hour in. So in the next, my next live streaming, I will now share how I got disentangled from Buddha. So how it happened. Then let me just come out and tell you the truth of how it happened. So like I mentioned, my husband and I were having issues, and so it was best. No, it wasn't best. Wrong statement, wrong choice of word. So my husband and I were having issues, and we allowed pride, to get the best of us, and we yeah, it was mainly pride, each person feeling right in their own eyes. And because of pride, we didn't confront the issue. We gradually began to see each other as enemies. I saw him as the enemy. But it is wrong in marriage, even if you have a misunderstanding. When I share my experience, I share the lessons, I share points that I feel that you can also take home, that you can also learn from, because being there, done that, yeah. So when there's an issue, when there's a misunderstanding or a disagreement in marriage, don't ever see your spouse as the problem. There's a problem. That misunderstanding, that disagreement is the problem. Okay? So I want my son to, I'm giving an example. I want my son to write with a pen. My husband wants my son to write with a pencil. And we don't agree on that. And all of a sudden we start quarreling. No. We start having misunderstanding. No. That's writing with pen and no pen is the issue. That's what the enemy set as a trap. And because the enemy is smart, and the enemy, now I'm talking about the devil, okay, because he's smart, he's now going to disguise it to make it look like that pen is not the issue, like the issue is your partner. So he starts seeing it, my husband is stubborn, my wife is so stubborn, my husband doesn't listen, my wife doesn't listen, my husband is unreasonable, my wife is unreasonable. You now start seeing your partner as the enemy. No, the enemy is that situation, and two of you should calm down. Okay, I want him to use a pen so that he can learn how to write with pen. Then husband says, I want him to use a pencil so that if he makes a mistake, he can clean it. Do you know that two truths can exist? Do you know that two people can be right? One person doesn't have to be right and the other wrong. If I write 6 on the floor and you are standing here, I'm standing here, I write 6. If I say this number is 6 and you say this number is 9, you are right, I am right. Okay? One person is not wrong. One person does not have to be wrong for the situation to be handled. We can both be right. So Don't see that your partner is a problem. No, you that said you want him to use a pen, you have a point. Do you understand? Your point is valid. And he that says he wants him to use a pencil so that he can erase when he makes a mistake, he has his point is valid. Okay, both points are valid and they can coexist. Two truths can coexist. One doesn't have to be false. One doesn't have to be invalid to prove that one is valid. No. So two of you should look for a way to compromise the situation. Okay, let him start writing with a pencil. Then as he gets better, I'm just giving an example, okay? As he gets better with the pencil, then we can try a pen, because we cannot guarantee that he will not make mistakes. And since the man is trying to help in terms of when he makes mistakes, how it can be handled, which is by using an eraser to wipe it with the pencil. That's when he uses the pencil. Then let's reach a compromise. Okay, let him do this way, and after a while he will do this. Or if it is not this, it may be something else. Then it is okay to say, let's look at this situation. Okay, this your suggestion is not bad, bro. My own is not bad, but if we look at it from the angle that we both want to make this thing work, we both have our best interests, do you get? Then we can now say, one person can decide to take down his own opinion and say, babe, I think that you're right, Sha. Even though I was thinking that we could handle it this way, but this your suggestion, I like it, or I think your suggestion should go first. Okay, let me leave my own while we take up your own. That's it. If two of you have the mindset that the issue is not my partner is not the enemy is the bastard devil that is disguising and coming to sell to us what is not. I hope somebody gets me. I really hope somebody gets me. So in my next video, I'll be sharing how I was able to untangle myself, because it was an entanglement. I allowed the devil to rope me into what I should not have been roped into. It was an entanglement, and it got to the point where I was beginning to see that this is a better option. Even though the truth is that the Spirit of God kept nudging me and telling me that I was on the wrong path. He constantly kept reminding me that you are a married woman, you have a husband, you have children, you have someone you have made vows to. You have stood in the presence of God and men to say that this is the person that you are going to be with for the rest of your life. So what is this thing that you are discussing with this person that is more important than your partner? What is this thing that you are engaging in? Is it right? And he kept nudging me, and to the point where I was like, oh yeah, you don't catch me. So that's what I'll be sharing in my next video. We've crossed 1 hour already, and I don't want it to get longer than this, so that those who are watching it will be able to get the message. So I'll see you in my next live session. And if you have watched this video up to this point, I see that you enjoy my content. I see that you enjoy my storytelling. I see that you enjoy what I am about on this channel. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, that red button there. Subscribe to this channel. Amazing content drop here. Every of my content is a banger. And when Tory Teller speaks, another banger. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, invite your family, invite your friends. This is a growing community and I need your help to grow. Please share my videos, share the link to my channel, help me get more people on board. Right now I am one step away from monetization. I beg you, if you want me to kneel down, I'm gonna kneel down. Just tell me if you want me to kneel down, drop it there. Say Tory Teller, kneel down for us. I will kneel down. Shebi people said I should dance when I hit 1K subscribers, and I danced. Didn't I dance? Scroll down, you will see my dance video, my 1K subscribers Thanksgiving dance. You see it. If you want me to kneel down, tell me to kneel down. I will kneel down. I don't have pride. I'm a humble someone. Okay, so I'm one step away from monetization. And what is that step? My watch hour. So please, 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 please help me. I need to boost my views. I need more people to view my channel. I need more people to watch my videos. I've compiled a playlist. Okay, if you go to my channel, I've compiled a playlist. Just check for playlists. Click on my playlist, watch all my videos, like, comment, share. Okay, this is what will help my watch hour to go up so that I can get monetized. Please, this is 2025. We need to get monetized this year. We need to start making small dollars, okay, on this YouTube, please. And this is going to be my 3rd year. Ha, I don't try you for this YouTube. This is going to be my 3rd year on YouTube, so please, okay, help me grow to increase my watch time so that I can get monetized. Okay, and I'll see you in my next video. My next live session, I'll most likely be doing it with my children. We have a very, very interesting topic and announcement to make in the next one, so don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you and I wish you all the best. Bye. Mwah.